Technology is nothing. What's important is that you have a faith in people. That they're basically good and smart. And if you give them tools, they'll do wonderful things with them. Most people have no concept of how an automatic transmission works, yet they know how to drive a car. You don't have to study physics to understand the laws of motion to drive a car. You don't have to understand any of this stuff to use Macintosh. You can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down. And it has made all the difference in my life. For the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. The overall point is that new technology will not necessarily replace old technology, but it will date it. By definition. Eventually, it will replace it. But it's like people who had black and white TVs when color came out. They eventually decided whether or not the new technology was worth the investment. If I try my best and fail, well, I've tried my best. Creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something. It seemed obvious to them after a while. That's because they were able to connect experiences they've had and synthesize new things. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly, and get on with improving your other innovations. My favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. My favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. I think it's brought the world a lot closer together, and will continue to do that. There are downsides to everything, there are unintended consequences to everything. The most corrosive piece of technology that I've ever seen is called television, but then, again, television, at its best, is magnificent. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow know what you truly want to become. If today were the last day of your life, would you want to do what you are about to do today? We're just enthusiastic about what we do. The ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world, are the ones who do. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. Older people sit down and ask, "What is it?" But the boy asks, "What can I do with it?" I've always wanted to own and control the primary technology in everything we do. Everyone here has the sense that right now is one of those moments when we're influencing the future. Do you want to spend the rest of your life selling sugar and water, or do you want a chance to change the world? Great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. Death is the best invention of life. It is the reason for changes. It clears out the old to make a new way for the new. I'm an optimist in the sense that I believe humans are noble and honorable, and some of them are really smart. I have a very optimistic view of individuals. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be. Because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It is life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new.